In this video, I'm going to be transforming my dart frog tank into something amazing. When I first built this tank, I didn't know what I was doing. Now, after having it for over a month, I've learned so much and I'm finally ready to give it an upgrade. And I'm going to show you every step of the process. Here is my dart frog tank. This was my first attempt at a bioactive terrarium, and I feel like it's time to give my frogs an upgrade. We recently purchased some new plants, bugs, and substrate. I also got some moss from my front yard, and after quarantining it for a while, it's ready to go in the tank. Now let's start building it. So the first step was to make a temporary enclosure for our frogs to stand while we redid the tank. To do this, we put some leaves in a container and sprayed it down with some water. The next step was to disassemble the tank. First, we took out the vines. And then the wood pieces. We then took out all the leaves. Found an isopod sitting on the bottom of a leaf. We took out this plant, and now it's time to try to catch the frogs. These are my two dart frogs, Zeus and Athena. You can tell them apart by the spots on their back. Athena has smaller black spots and is a little bit of a darker blue. We carefully captured each of the frogs and put them in their temporary container. Then we took out the rest of the plants. And now the tank was completely empty. It is time to begin adding the substrate. I started by putting half the bag in the tank. I then misted the dirt to prepare for the bugs. First, I added a culture of springtails that I've been growing over the past month. I then added the isopods. We then added this wood piece to create an overhang for the frogs. We then poured out the rest of the dirt and shaped it to create a hill. I opened the container of moss to see how it had held up over quarantine. I began to add small portions of the moss onto the hill. I then put a big piece of moss on the overhang. I'm hoping that over time this whole hill will be covered in moss. I also added leaves under the overhang. The first plant that we added is bromeliad. We put it on top of the overhang in the background. The second plant we added is a polka dot plant, and we put it in the back left corner on top of the hill. The next plant we added is called a baby rubber plant, and we put it in the front. The next plant we added is a corn plant. We put it on the hill facing the front of the tank. The next plant is a crypanthus, and we put it in the back. The last plant is a prayer plant, and we put it at the front of the tank on the right. next step was to wrap a vine around our misting system to make it look more natural. After that, we put more vines going across the top of the tank for our animals to climb on. Then we put in this big wood piece to fill in the space. The last step to finish up the tank was to add some leaf litter for the frogs to walk on. All that was left was to plug everything in and release the frogs.
He just fell.
What?
He just fell.
Now I'm gonna get my siblings' reactions. Okay, so I'm gonna show my sister the tank. So you see her reaction. Oh wait, let me turn the light on. Okay. So let's see her reaction. She's a weird one. Okay, come on.
It's baby dropping.
Okay, come on.
It's so good.
Come look at it.
No way. It's so amazing. It looks like a jungle. Wait, I feel something going over me.
Are you ready? Okay, I'm sure that's a thumbs up. Alright, come. Come and look at it. What do you think? Double thumbs up. That's a good sign. Okay. Alright. That's enough monkeying around. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. I will be making tons more videos in the future about my 2 dart frogs and my 5 mourning geckos that are also in this tank, which you may have seen throughout the video. And please leave any video suggestions you would like to see or any feedback or criticism in the comments. I really want to make the best possible content I can for you all. And if you really want to help, share this video with your friends. It really goes a long way on YouTube. And stay tuned for my next video, which is about one of my mourning geckos who lost his leg.